So we will have some people. Okay.
So, hello everybody. Professor Srinivas, if you would like to test your screen sharing extra, you can please do that.
Yeah. Am I audible? Clear?
Yes,
Loud?
you're audible. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good.
The light is okay. I just checked with VG. The light is okay. And the sound, is that okay? This is the
Yes,
maximum I
everything is
can
good.
give. Yeah.
Yeah, this is great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sure, sure. I just
Yes.
want to probably at one point, I would be at, at the very end, I would like to share the screen for a few seconds. Very end. Actually, I have decided, VG, just to go ahead and because I saw that it's 15 to 20 minutes, there's no
Yeah.
need to put the PPT and all that. I will be,
Okay.
yeah, speaking, but at the very end, I want to show one slide. That's all.
Okay.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
And
Anyway, you will be the co-host and you have access
yeah,
to it.
I saw that I can actually
Share them too. Yeah.
share the
Yeah.
screen and I will click on that and then show one slide. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
That's
Okay.
about it. I think we are all set. We'll wait for everybody to join.
Okay, we'll wait.
Thank you for
You
joining
let
on
me know,
time.
you ping me when you are ready, but in about 4 or 5 minutes, I'll be on together.
The MC will take care.
Sure. Namaskar, Kiran. Bonjour. We have met long, long ago at your facility.
Yes, yes. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. I'm honored that you are here. It's really a pleasure. Yes. During the days that probably about 10 years ago, 10, 12 years ago, Ramki had invited me to your facility and we passed through your office and spoke for some time and then we had a long discussion.
Absolutely, yes. I remember that.
Yes.
Where is she? It's not for just welcome here. This is a reflection of what if I don't welcome Srinivas Kaveri.
Hello all. So everybody is here and we can get started. So I would request Vivek to start recording the session and Professor Vijay, you can. Professor Vijay?
Yes, Professor Jaya. Nishta will start now.
Nishta,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Nishta, may please go ahead.
Sure, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes.
Great. So, a very good evening to all the respected dignitaries, members of the faculty staff, and my dear friends. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the graduation ceremony of the third batch of postgraduate diploma in Big Data Biology. Talent and skills are the crops that are nurtured, groomed, and given all the possible opportunities to grow and bloom. Graduation Day is the celebration of the harvest of this crop. It is a much awaited event in any student's life as it returns the effort of their entire academic endeavors. It gives a sense of achievement and responsibility towards fulfilling further commitments. And most importantly, it makes them work harder to build a successful career ahead. Truly, this day signifies the culmination of years of hard work in the relentless pursuit of knowledge. Knowledge that will enable a person to embrace the opportunities and take on the challenges in the real world with clear vision and purpose. So, this auspicious academic occasion now begins with an invocation.
हे शारदे मां हे शारदे मां अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे मां हे शारदे मां अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे मां तू स्वर की देवी संगीत तुझसे हर शब्द तेरा है हर गीत तुझसे तू स्वर की देवी ये संगीत तुझसे हर शब्द तेरा है हर गीत तुझसे हम हैं अकेले हम हैं अधूरे तेरी शरण हमें प्यार दे मां हे शारदे मां अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे मां मुनियों ने समझी मुनियों ने जानी वेदों की भाषा पुरानी
Thank you, Moshmi. Light symbolizes knowledge, wisdom, and free will. So let us invoke the blessings of Goddess Saraswati by kindling the lamp of knowledge and wisdom. I now request our chief guest, Professor Srinivas V. Kaveri, to click on the button corresponding to his name to light the lamp.
I on my name. You said
Yes, sir.
my audio, stop video, choose, add spotlight. What next should I do?
Sir, you have to click the name.
I
Click,
did.
click on the button corresponding to the name. Yeah, it lit up. Professor H.S. Subramanya, Professor Jaya Srivalsan Nair, Professor Vijay Lakshmi Mahadevan, Miss Ganga Paul. Thank you. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce our chief guest, Professor Srinivas V. Kaveri. Professor Kaveri is a director of research at CNRS France. A veterinarian by training, he received his PhD from the Pasteur Institute and did postdoctoral work at the University of California. His work relates to the molecular mechanisms of immunopathology and immunotherapy. Aside from over 250 publications, he has several patents to his name. He has received research grants from several national and international bodies. Since February 2015, Professor Srinivas V. Kaveri holds the position of the director of the CNRS Bureau in the French Embassy, New Delhi, India. Once again, we thank you for your graceful presence on this occasion.
Thank you.
May I now invite Professor Chandrasekhar Ramanathan, Dean Academics, IIIT-B, to deliver the welcome address.
Thank you, Nishta. A very good afternoon to all of you. Chief guest of the day, Professor Srinivas Kaveri, Madam Kiran Mazumdar, and other respected members of the governing body of IBAB, Professor Subramanya, Director of IBAB, Registrar of IIIT-B Commodore Sridhar, Program Coordinators, Dr. Vijay from IBAB and Professor Jaya Srivalsan Nair from IIIT-Bangalore, my dear graduating students, and possibly the parents who are watching this live event along with them, a very, very warm welcome to all of you to the third IBAB-IIIT-B graduation ceremony of the postgraduate diploma in Big Data Biology. So I extend this warm welcome on behalf of the Director of IIIT-Bangalore, Professor Debabrata Das, who unfortunately could not join this event today. So this particular program has come a long way. In fact, I remember it was in 2016 when we had put up this particular proposal. So that's nearly 6 years ago. And to the Department of Biotechnology. And it went through a very, very rigorous process of selection. And finally, we got the permission to run this particular program. And so we have, it's wonderful to see three consecutive successful batches graduating out of this particular program. What is heartening is that, just in time, if I can say, this is a great example of what multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary program is all about. So this is a wonderful complementary collaboration between IIIT-B and IBAB to deliver this particular unique program, which brings out the synergy of collaboration across the expertise in computer science and information technology on one side, and the expertise and on the biotechnology side on the other side. Right. So this is a wonderful kind of program, and I'm also glad that one of the ways to judge the success of a program is in the eventual outcomes that the students are able to achieve. And what we are happy to share is that in all the three batches, all the students have been successfully been placed, in carrying out work which is directly related to their area of study, which is essentially the big data and the biology aspects of it combined together. So I think it gives me it's a hearty congratulations to all the graduates of the third graduating batch, And I wish you all the best. And I wish the rest of the program also all the success. Thank you very much and have a great day. Nishtha, over to you.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir. May I now invite Dr. Kiran Majumdar Shaw to enlighten all of us with a few words of wisdom.
Thank you very much. Let me start by saying what a pleasure it is to be present at this particular event, which really is about a very important step that IBAB has taken in terms of big data. And I'm really delighted to see this partnership between IIITB and IBAB, reach such fruition, which I think is really, really good for what we are all trying to do, to create multidisciplinary education. And I think this is something which is going to really augment the whole ecosystem that we are creating in Bengaluru. Because I think, it is very evident that data science is going to be embedded in biological sciences to really, augment and, um, amplify the many aspects of biological sciences. And I think in that, I think we in Bengaluru are very, should consider it a proud privilege that we have these very strong capabilities in data science, in computational science, and of course, biological sciences. And today, biology and computational science is inseparable. I think data science and biological sciences likewise is inseparable. And therefore, this integrated approach that we have to biological sciences is extremely crucial in terms of pushing the boundaries of what we're trying to do. So I would like to first and foremost congratulate this graduating batch of big data students. And I also would like to thank IIITB for their partnership, because I think this is something that we need to build on. The opportunities that we have in computational and data science is enormous. I think this is the first step we are taking. And having, Dr. Srinivas Kaveri as the chief guest today is certainly extremely, important, because he is someone who is playing a very, very key role in immunopathology and immunobiology. And as you know, immunobiology is one area that really can benefit a huge amount from computational and data science. So I think this is a very, very important opportunity for us to differentiate ourselves. As you know, IBAB has differentiated itself from the rest of the programs in the country from day one. And I think it is now a recognized center of excellence for bioinformatics and computational biology. And this adds to what we're doing. So I think adding big data is certainly a very natural outcome of what we're trying to do. And we have to keep building on all these aspects of the evolving biology and evolving computational space. So I would like to congratulate all the students. You have a great future ahead. I can tell you that you will be placed even before you graduate in the years to come. And I think this is going to be a very sought after program, a very sought after career. And this is also very heartening to see that from the faces on the screen, there is a huge amount of gender equity in this program. And I'm really delighted to see so many women in STEM take up this particular program, and all of you will go places. All the graduating class, all the men and women who are, the future of our country are going to really build a very new profile for biological sciences, which are embedded in data science and computational science. So I congratulate you. I congratulate your families who have actually, enabled you to, pursue this program. And I wish you all the very best in your path ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. That was truly insightful. May I now request Professor Vijay Lakshmi Mahadevan, Program Coordinator of PG Diploma in Big Data Biology, to present a brief report on the program.
Thank you, Nishta. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Distinguished chief guest of today's graduation ceremony, Professor Srinivas Kaveri, most distinguished and the inspiration of the moment, Dr. Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw, whose august presence is a very big motivation to us all today. The directors of IIIT-B and IBAB, registrar, dignitaries from the Department of Biotechnology and of the Life Science Sector Skill Development Council, faculty colleagues, today's graduates and their parents, special invitees and guests. As we convene digitally one more time for a celebratory moment, and as the pulse of elation and celebration of success arrives upon the graduates of today's event, it's a pleasure for me to recollect and reflect on the different milestones that defined the program the past year. As very appropriately stated by Dr. Shah, at a time when research and innovation in medicine and biotechnology, the twin imperatives for the healthcare sector, have transformed to increasingly absorb data-driven disciplines, and the stronger the need for the bigger data silos to knowledge for transition to a strategic decision-making, one is only compelled to realize that biology offers the most complex and diverse data to handle, understand, and interpret. This critical need to collaborate with the technology ecosystem and to develop innovative solutions for seemingly intractable healthcare problems, and the opportunities to utilize this data for bigger pursuits motivated IBAB to develop this program in collaboration with IIIT-B, which we felt is the natural partner. The well-defined partnership between IBAB's established capabilities in genomics and computational biology and IIIT-B's strength in computing have been the major ingredients of the successful program supported by the Department of Biotechnology, which realized the need for such a program. The remarkable and genuine enthusiasm of Professor Sadagopan as we approached him, and the indomitable support and spirit of Professor Yatindra scripted the genesis of the program, and the unstinted support from Professor Subramanya, the director of IBAB, and Professor Devabratha Das of IIIT-B have been the driving factors for this initiative that started in 2019. The entire program, framed with an accent on hands-on experience in programming, statistics, genomics, AI and machine learning, image informatics, clinical trial data analysis, opened up newer vistas in data science, endowing the students with challenging problem-solving tasks and projects that bridge students with diverse interdisciplinary background. IBAB's strong linkage with the industry enabled the participation of several industry leaders in the program through classroom teaching and through summer workshops that brought a feel of the industry to the classroom. I gratefully acknowledge the strong support of Eli Lilly and Company in teaching the entire course on clinical trial data analysis at its premises and at IBAB for the third consecutive year. The campus recruitment this year was a fruitful experience that thwarted and overshadowed the long shadows cast by the pandemic. Reputed companies like TCS Research and Innovation, Syngene International, Thermo Fisher, Eli Lilly and Co., Elucidata, Strand Life Sciences, MedGenome, IHX Healthcare, Petris Technologies absorb the students who now work on frontier areas of AI and drug discovery, machine learning for genomics, and clinical trial data analysis. As in previous years, this batch has also recorded 100% placement in renowned organizations. And the students of this batch have also qualified in the national level certification for the role of bioinformatics associate and analyst, conforming to the National Skill Qualification Framework Level 4. I thank Dr. Manoj Singh Rohila of the DBT and Mr. Anshul Saxena for their long-term support to this program. I'm happy to state that the Department of Biotechnology in its review has rated this program as one of the most excellent programs in the country and has extended the program for one more year for support. Our gratitude to the faculty from both the institutes and those from the industry for their support in the teaching process. Our very special thanks to the chief guest, Professor Srinivas Kaveri, who has consented to give his inspiration address, and a very special thanks to Dr. Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw for her presence today, which highlighted and accentuated the need for big data in biology. Your support to the Institute, ma'am, for several years has been the strong backbone for the progress of the Institute. We strongly hope that today's graduates who have embarked on careers of distinction and purpose will excel and distinguish themselves in their professional lives, and we wish them all success in their pursuits. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. To quote the legendary footballer Pele, success is no accident. It is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love of what you're doing or learning to do. Now it is time we commemorate the extraordinary talent and commitment demonstrated by our comrades. So let us begin with the certificate distribution ceremony. I request the Registrar IIIT-Bangalore to confer the degrees.
It gives me immense pleasure to read out the names of the students for award of postgraduate diploma in big. We cannot hear you, I think. It gives me immense pleasure to read out the names of the students for award of in big data.
Vivek, you can start playing the video again.
Good afternoon to all. It gives me immense pleasure to read out the names of the students for award of postgraduate diploma in big data biology. IBAB-IIITB. Good afternoon.
Ma'am, can you hear now?
Yes, we could hear. You can play it.
Professor Jaya, can you hear now?
Yes, yes.
All, it gives me immense pleasure to read out the names of the students for award of postgraduate diploma in big data biology. Abhirame P. Akila Shekhar. Aksa Anna Matthew. Anaga Ashok Bhade. Angela Paul. Anna Zakaria. Arnav Kumar Upadhyaya. Ganga Paul. Gayatri Warrior. Malvya Harsh Natwar. Nimisha P. Patange Sakshi Santosh. Ravi Kumar. Rose Maria George. Shreyasri Chandra. Soumya Das. Sonam Kumar. TP Akhil. Thank you very much and congratulations.
Congratulations to all the graduates. May I now request Professor H.S. Subramanya, Director IBAB, to announce the award of the best outgoing student of the batch.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. First of all, my very hearty congratulations to all the students of the outgoing batch for successfully completing their postgraduate diploma degree in big data and biology, and also that they have all been now placed in very reputed companies. In addition to the certificates, in order to recognize the outstanding talent in the particular batch, IBAB and IIIT-B together have instituted an award for the best outgoing student of the graduating batch. This annual award is given to students best who are scoring the topmost in first and second semesters of this program. The award for the best outgoing student of the year for the 21-22 batch goes to Miss Anaga Ashok Bade for her outstanding performance in both the semesters of the postgraduate diploma program in big data biology. Congratulations to Anaga Ashok Bade.
Thank you, sir, and congratulations, Anaga. The most exciting moment is now upon us. May I now invite our distinguished chief guest, Professor Srinivas V. Kaveri, research scientist at CNRS Paris and the director of CNRS Office India, to deliver the graduation address.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me clearly? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Loud and clear? Good. First of all, I would like to thank Professor Devabrata Das, Professor Subramanya, Viji, and all my colleagues at IBAB and IIIT-B for having invited me to address the graduates who are completing their postgraduate diploma program in big data and biology. Today, it's an important day for you. My most sincere congratulations to everyone, each one of you, and Anaga, special congratulations. I must say I'm actually moved by this kind invitation to address you all today. Must also confess that I was a little bit surprised that I was invited to address this. Surprised because what have I done to deserve this honor? Because it's an honor to be talking to you today, because it's an important day, as we said. And I was wondering what message could I transfuse to you. And so, although I understand that most of you have taken the first steps towards your careers, yet I guess this day represents a major turning point in your lives, which was insisted also by earlier speakers. And this is a moment when we start thinking which way to go further. And so I imagined myself on this very day in my life, and I reflected on standing there in your position as you are today. And I was thinking what was going on through my mind and what drove me towards what I did then onwards. That reflection actually gave me an idea of the message that I would like to pass on to you, a simple message that I would like to pass on to you today. What I would like to do, therefore, is to present to you three possible, there may be many, but three possible pathways that may be in front of you that you can choose. To present these pathways, I will tell three short stories. And the first story is mine, very egoistic, it's my story. And the second story could be probably your story. And the third story is them, they, those people. Okay, so let me start off with my story. My story, soon after joining the veterinary school, as soon as I started listening to the professors in microbiology and immunology, I think I knew where I wanted to go, which way I wanted to go. I was almost sure that I would be pursuing my research in microbiology or immunology. And on the day of the graduation, like today for you, what did I see? I saw a dream. I saw a dream of studying, of being a student of immunology in one of the best schools in the world. And Institut Pasteur Institute in Paris is certainly one of them. Luckily, I get a scholarship to do my PhD in Pasteur Institute. So I promised my parents that I'll come back home right after my PhD, and off I go to Paris, complete my PhD, and instead of coming back home, I decide to go further for a postdoc. That in Southern California, as you read out. Time passes, years pass, promises are forgotten, but there is no shortage of excuses, lame excuses, plenty of them. Oh, India does not have good labs, where I can do my kind of research. Oh, there is no appropriate infrastructure in India. Oh, in fact, there is not much funding available in India. Oh, well, everything is so complicated in India. The list goes on. All lame excuses. Time passes, years pass. I stop my story there. As you can see, not much to write home about. But those people, I'll come back to you in a minute, but I said there is three parts of the story. Let me go to them now. What did they see? They saw an India struggling to cope up with so many issues. Huge population, most living below the poverty line. Poverty was more than 70%. Less productive agriculture. Green revolution had not just happened yet. Low literacy rate, less than 50%. Low life expectancy, roughly only 40 years, 45 years maximum. Education sector, just about 60 or so universities in a huge country like India. 5 IITs and a handful of engineering schools. And most of the times we did not even have electricity, power cuts, etc. I cannot talk about all the domains of research today. Let's focus a little bit on health and medicine. Small number of medical colleges and therefore small number of clinicians, doctors, and very few medical research facilities. significant infant mortality rate, over 140 deaths per 1,000 children, several infectious diseases including malaria, tuberculosis, parasitic diseases, diarrheal diseases, highly prevalent all over the country. Very few vaccine manufacturing units or very few biological research units like Biocon now, both in public and private sectors, not much. Sorry if I am painting a very dark picture of India, but the idea here is to emphasize on what did they see and what did they do. They saw all this, and what they decided, they did not go out to carve out a easy and nice and cushy career elsewhere like I did. No, instead they decided to tackle all these and many other daunting challenges that India was confronted during those days. Their hard work and sacrifice, somebody mentioned, and they gave us the good results. Their hard work, sacrifice gave us the results, and the results are there for you to see. The life expectancy increased from 47 years to 71 years. Infant mortality rate came down from 140 to 29 deaths per 1,000 births. Primary health care centers all over. Maternal deaths were prevented. India became a polio-free country. A number of vaccine making units that are made now in India in both private and public sectors, they emerged. Antenatal screening to eliminate neonatal risks. Many genetic diseases are identified, and the list goes on and on. And in the education sector, from a mere 5 IITs, we have 23 now. 7 ICERs, so many other DST, DBT, ICMR and ICAR research institutes spreading all over the country. And they established more than 1,000 universities now all over the country. 542 medical colleges and 64 standalone postgraduate institutes, including All India Institute of Medical Sciences, AIIMS, in practically every other state. They train thousands and thousands of young people to become doctors, clinicians, and scientists. According to an economic survey in 2021, the Indian government has spent more than 99,000 crores of rupees, or roughly 3.2% of the total union budget, on education and research. That's commendable. And talking of computer science, from a non-existent state, India has roughly 4,000 colleges where computer science is taught. And as you know, as you have rightly, you're better placed to know this, several institutions started training in AI, data science, machine learning, deep learning, state of the art. I can go on with the progress. All this happened because they wanted to reconstruct India. All this happened when I was building my career elsewhere. However, despite these advances in India and world at large, India and world at large are confronted with several new challenges now. I'm sure you are hearing them again and again. In fact, some of them we are experiencing right now. Demographic changes, climate change, need for a clean and efficient energy, need for smart and integrated transport, food security, health issues, cancers are rising, autoimmune diseases, neurological conditions, cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, more and more challenges. The list goes on. But I'm not worried because you are there. You are qualified. Today, you are rightly qualified to address some of these challenges. I have confidence in you, and that brings to you. So first I spoke a little bit about myself, not much, then about them, how they transformed the country from that India to the India that is there for you today. So today it's all about you. Actually, I should have been speaking only about you because it's your celebration, as we said earlier. You are the most important components of the day's celebration because of your successful completion of the postgraduate diploma course in big data and biology. Although it's not quite my domain, but over the last few years, being in CNRS, I have been learning quite a bit about the wide range of applications of data science, and allow me to emphasize briefly on the importance of data science, AI, and machine learning in clinical application and healthcare applications. There are several ways, you know that you have learned, in which AI and data can make healthcare much more efficient and affordable. It will enable the design of tailored treatment that will improve patient outcomes and therefore reduce the cost that is associated with the complications arising from treatment. Allows the correct and early diagnosis so that reduces the human error, and enables accelerated drug discovery and drug development, and importantly empowers the patients to take an active role in managing their health issues themselves. In fact, let me give an example of how I am using data science and AI in my own research. I'll be brief. I have been studying for a long time the beneficial effect of a therapeutic preparation called IVIG. IVIG is intravenous immunoglobulin. If you don't know what it is actually a pool of normal pooled polyspecific immunoglobulins derived from the plasma pools of several thousand healthy people. And as you can rightly imagine, this pool of normal immunoglobulins is used in the treatment of primary and secondary immune deficiencies because they do not have adequate levels of antibodies, these immunodeficient patients. But curiously and incidentally, this very IVIG preparation is also found to be beneficial in a large number of autoimmune diseases and many inflammatory diseases and so many other diseases. It's useful, it's really very efficient, but there are some problems with IVIG. First, we do not know fully how the mechanisms of action of these immunoglobulins in this variety of different disease conditions. Second problem is it's very expensive. In Indian conditions, it costs several lakhs for a course of treatment, for example, in CIDP, chronic inflammatory demyelinating polyneuropathy. It costs several years to maintain the patient in a good state, in a healthy state. Another equally important problem is we do not even know which patient is going to be benefited by this treatment and who is not. So we sometimes go on giving randomly, wasting money, being burden of the immunoglobulins. It's a heavy dose of immunoglobulins on the patient. So what we did, we set out asking a question: can we use AI and data science first to understand the mechanisms of action of these immunoglobulin at cellular and molecular level? Secondly, can we identify patients who will be benefited beforehand? In the pool of patients, who is going to be benefited, who is not? If we know that, we can save a lot of money and we will not be making a burden on the patient by treating unnecessarily. And I'll not give you the data today, the results today, but we have really this AI and big data is coming very handy, and we will share the data some other time with you. Beautiful data that's coming out. So now, before I close, I want to go back to them for a minute. Remember I told you how them changed India from the India that was struggling to India that you see today. I have listed all the progress. But then India is a huge country. It's massive, so vast, so diverse. And to change this country, it is not one individual who could not change it. Several thousand people thousands of them have sacrificed their careers, their lives to bring India to this state. It's really not easy to name them all and show their faces. I wish I could, but I cannot, it's practically not possible. But I'll tell you the story of one individual. Okay, I'll take you through the parcours or the journey of one of them, those thousands. Let's assume for a minute that he represents them. Let me tell his story. He obtained his PhD in University of California, Berkeley. He comes back to India, mentors a large number of students who themselves become leading professors, leading teachers and mentors who go on to train many other people. More number of people are trained to become scientists. And he becomes the director of another very interesting and important research organization in India for a short while. He publishes beautiful papers in India despite the difficulties, doesn't complain like me. He told me many stories of how he used very innovative nuances to bypass those hurdles, technical hurdles, and not complaining that there's no infrastructure. No, he was innovative. And he initiated the long-standing engagement with ethical, legal, societal issues that were emerging from advances in the genetics and genomic sciences. He initiated the first nationwide discussion on ethical dimensions of genetic research. He represents India in several international agencies, including UNESCO, Academy of Sciences for the Developing World. He works very closely with the state and central governments in many new initiatives, including agricultural biotechnology. He works at the National Bioethics Committee set up by the Government of India. He works as the chairman of the task force on human genetics and genomics of the Department of Biotechnology, Government of India. He is instrumental in developing, along with Dr. Kiran Majumdar Shah, thank you for being here, ma'am, the state's biotechnology policy, working as a member of the vision group on biotechnology of the Government of Karnataka. He helps in the establishment of, at least he played a very important role in the initial stages of the well-known NCBS now. He establishes the Center for Human Genetics, which is just next door to where you were for your studies. And he plays an important role also in the initial stages on the establishment of the very IBAB where you have been trained. I guess you have known, I think you are guessing who this is. Yes, he is this person, he has a name. He is Professor Hombegowda Sharat Chandra. You might have heard about him. Yes, I agree that it has taken several Professor Sharat Chandras to shape the scientific landscape of this great country. Sorry if I have not been able to tell the stories and tell the names of all these great people, men and women, who have offered this country to you like this, who have transformed this great country. I wish I could, pay respects to each one of them. Exactly a week ago, I was listening to Professor Sharat Chandra on the Foundation Day of the Center for Human Genetics. You should have listened to him. He was talking, among other things, of the human drama in the families where patients are there, afflicted with these dreadful genetic diseases. You could feel the pain in his voice, the concern in his voice, the drive, the energy that he still infuses and exudes towards others. I have been wanting to pay my respects to you, Professor Sharat Chandra. I chose this moment. I chose this moment for a simple reason, that actually is the only message for my graduating friends, all of you. The message is very simple.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, I have not finished.
For such an insight.
I have not finished.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah. Can I share my slide?
Really sorry.
Yeah.
Sure, sir.
So, are you seeing this? My message to you is simple. Either you want to be Sharat Chandra or Srinivas Kaveri. The choice is yours. Good luck. Congratulations once again, and all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for such an insightful and an inspiring talk. May I now request Anagha Ashok Bade from the graduating batch to share her experiences from this course.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. First off, if you're hearing any background noise, I'm so sorry, but there are like 3-4 constructions going on. But I hope you can hear me clearly. I'd like to start saying that it's really nice to receive this appreciation from IBAB and IIIT-Bangalore. Let me start by saying I'm very grateful to have been a part of this postgraduate diploma course. I'd really like to appreciate and thank IBAB and IIIT-Bangalore for implementing a course like postgraduate diploma in big data biology. This course runs us through the concepts of bioinformatics, computer science, and statistics, which makes it perfect for bio-IT sector, and it has helped me and my batchmates build our careers, like the start or the initial phase of our career. The fact that it's application or industry based makes it even better. As an undergraduate biotech student, the topics that were new to me and interesting to learn were big data, image informatics, and machine learning. For this award, I'd like to thank IBAB and IIIT-Bangalore for giving me the opportunity to be a part of this innovative course. I'd like to thank the experienced professors from both the institutes for their help. And I'd especially like to thank Professor Vijayalakshmi Mahadevan, Professor Biba, and Professor R. Srivatsan, who led this course at IBEB. They were always there for resolving our doubts and to help us learn more about the topics of our interest in the course. I thank my batch too, the third batch of the PGDB, for helping me get through the course. And a thank you to RS sir as well. He was my guide, my project guide in the final semester. There was a lot that I learned and improved at in IBAB. So thank you to everyone who played a part in this course, like whether it's the management or the teaching part. Thank you so much for leading this course and making it a success. I hope and wish all success to the current batch of PGDB and the batches to come. Thank you so much again. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Anaga. May I now invite Sakshi Patange from the third batch to share her experiences from this course.
Hello everyone, am I audible?
Yes, you're perfectly audible.
Okay, so warm welcome and good evening to honorable dignities, ma'am, sir, and my friends. Finally, the auspicious day has arrived in our life, and I express my deep sense of gratitude to our course coordinator, Professor Vijayalakshmi ma'am, and my subject teachers for their helping hands in every right path that I chose. Now, talking about the course, which is well designed and well framed, keeping in mind the rapidly growing field of biological data science. And the best part of this course is its multidisciplinary nature, which has provided us exposure to different subject areas such as AI/ML, image informatics, genomics, and different programming languages, as well as the wet lab component at the same time. And this course has raised my analytical ability to a high level of extent. IIITB and IBAB had assigned us various tasks such as assignment, quizzes, Kaggle challenges, which are actually helping me now in dealing with the current life scenarios. And the most and important learning phase happened during our campus placement, and lot of leading companies came here for the campus placements and interviews. And the ups and downs in the journey actually helped me in building up my personality as well as a strong mindset. And I would really especially like to thank our course coordinator, Professor Vijayalakshmi ma'am, as she took minute care of the course from start to end. And our IT computer lab infrastructure is very well maintained by the institute, and flexible lab hours help me a lot in my self-studies. And I'm grateful to our director, H.S. Subramaniam sir, and all the faculty members from IBAB and IIITB, and the guest lecturers from different industries for their guidance, support, encouragement throughout the course. Actually, even my parents are highly impressed about this course, and really I feel that IBAB is pioneer institute in the field of biological data science. And I feel more and more students from India should come to IBAB and IIITB to excel. And I wish very good luck and all the best to the next and upcoming batches. And I thanks to all my batchmates, teachers, staff, teaching, non-teaching staff, everyone for helping me out in IBAB. Thank you so much, IBAB and IIITB.
Thank you, Sakshi and Anaga. It was truly delightful to hear from both of you. May I now request Professor H.S. Subramania, Director IBAB, to deliver the vote of thanks.
So am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me again congratulate the students for this, outstanding accomplishment of completing the course and also being placed in industries. When we approached Professor Srini Kaveri, he has been a well-wisher of all our institutes, IBAB, CHG, and so on. He very readily agreed to participate in this auspicious occasion and delivered an outstanding and motivating lecture. Thank you very much, Professor Srini Kaveri, for all the well wishes you have for all our institutes, and thank you for participating in this convocation ceremony and delivering such a motivating lecture. I also thank Dr. Kiran Majumdar Shah. Despite her busy schedule, she was able to grace the occasion with her presence and also deliver a motivating talk to all the students. The directors, both the former director, Professor Sadagopan, and the current director, Professor Devabrita Das, have been extremely supportive of this program since the inception. 3 years ago, when we approached Professor Sadagopan, he was so happy to initiate this program and support it in every manner. And the same support continued with Professor Devabrita Das. And we are really thankful to the directors of IIIT for helping and supporting this program. The program is actually funded by the Department of Biotechnology. Initially, it was funded for a period of 3 years. And as Vijay Lakshmi was mentioning, based on the performance of this program, it has been further extended by 1 more year, allowing us to take the next batch of students this year also. We are very thankful to DBT for their kind financial support. LSSDC, which is providing the certification for the program, again has been involved in this program from day one and has devised a suitable certification program for this course. And we are really thankful to LSSDC and Anshul Mishra for their kind support. Of course, the members of the advisory council or advisory body or board of this particular program, that is Big Data PG diploma course in Big Data Biology, as well as the governing body members of both the institutes, the IIIT as well as IBAB, have always been supportive and have given very valuable suggestions as and when needed. We are really thankful to the advisory board members and the members of the governing bodies of the 2 institutes. Some of the companies, one of the unique features of this program has been that in addition to the regular faculty from IBAB as well as IIITB, several industries have participated in imparting the skills and knowledge to the students. Of particular mention would be Eli Lilly and Co., who have really taught an entire course on the clinical trials data analysis. We are really thankful to Eli Lilly and the scientists in Eli Lilly for this contribution. In addition to this regular course in clinical trials, we have conducted several workshops, industrial workshops, and many other companies have participated in this workshop and provided the knowledge and skill to our students. These include Thermo Fisher, Pfizer, Elucidata, and so on. We are really thankful to all the industries which have participated in these workshops. In fact, quite a large number of industries have visited the IBAB campus and recruited the students from all the 3 batches. There are many, many companies, so I'm not really mentioning the name of each and individual company, but we are really thankful to all the companies who have been recruiting our students from this program. Of course, the hard work is done by the staff and faculty of both the institutes, IBAB and IIIT. We have no words to say how much effort they have been putting on to make this program successful. I'm really thankful to all the staff and faculty of both the institutes, in particular the coordinators of both the institutes. So that brings to the end of my vote of thanks. Again, I wish all the best to all the students, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. The national anthem will now bring down the curtains on today's event.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
I request everyone to turn on their video for the photographs. Thank you, everyone. This brings us to the end of today's session.
Thank you all. We can end the meeting now. Congratulations and all the best. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Professor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jaya. Thank you, Vivek.
Thank you, Vijay. Have a good one, everybody.